Okay, this is my Facebook ID and this is my email. If you happen to have any doubts or you like to leave some comments or something, you can do it through either of these things. And people have been asking me that I'd like to subscribe to your videos, but I have no idea what on earth is this subscribe thing that you were talking in your video number 1 of time, speed and distance. And this little red button that you see, this subscribe button, is actually the subscribe button. What you have to do is that you have to just click on that and done. For example, I'm going to be uploading this video in a short while now, and all those 63 people who have subscribed to this video are going to get a notification as and when I upload this particular video. So that's why you need to subscribe. And also you can also like the video if you happen to like the video by clicking this thumbs up button. So these are the two things that I wanted to say. By the way, I'm Senthil and I'm here with the time, speed and distance video number 2. Okay, so let's dive right in without wasting much time. Let's try to quicken the pace in this particular video, okay, so that we'd be able to cover as many problems as we can. So this is my very first problem. A bus travels at the rate of 54 km per hour without stoppages and 40 km per hour with stoppages. How many minutes do the bus stop on an average per hour? Okay, here's what I want you to do. As soon as you see the question on screen, you need to pause the video. Okay, you need to pause the video, take some 10-15 seconds and try to comprehend what is asked and try to see that whether you can solve the problem before watching how I do. Okay, that's actually going to help you. You have to think. First option that you have to do is that first thing that you have to do is that you have to think. Okay, you have to use your brain. It's very important. Only after you may be able to solve, or that you may not be able to solve, but the thing is that the amount of time you spend on that question is going to play a vital part in helping you to remember the approach, the strategy at the right time during exam time or something. Okay, it will click straight away once you spend some time on the question. Okay, so this is the question, and it's a slightly tricky question for those who are getting acquainted with time, speed and distance only now. For those people, it's slightly tricky. Okay, see, what happens here is that a bus travels at 54 km per hour. Okay, if it does not stop anywhere, but if it stops at places, then it is only able to travel at 40 km per hour. Okay, because it stops at some places here and there, its speed actually gets decreased, right? The time taken for the bus to cover the distance increases, and as a result the overall speed gets decreased. So how many minutes do the bus stop on an average per hour? This is what is asked. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to see how many kilometers is it going to travel in an hour. Okay, in 1 hour, if it does not stop, it would have traveled 54 kilometers, right? And since it stops, it is now able to travel just 40 kilometers. Okay, that is since it stops at places. Okay, so see, if it has not stopped at various places, it should have traveled an extra 14 kilometers, right? 40 plus 14 is 54 kilometers. Okay, and how much time it would take the bus to travel this 14 kilometer? Say for example, it takes X time for the bus to travel 14 kilometers. Okay, can you see that this X time that it would take the bus to cover 14 kilometers is the same as its waiting time? Okay, right? Okay, that's the key concept here. Okay, this time taken to cover this 14 kilometers, okay, is the same time that it waits. So that's the concept here. So what do we need to find out here? So, let's write the formula or universal formula: speed into time equal to distance. Okay, they are asking, we have deduced from the question that they are asking for the time taken to cover 14 kilometers. So our distance is actually going to be 14 kilometers, and we need to find out the time t, and the original speed of the bus is what? 54 kilometer per hour. This is kilometer per hour. Okay, so we'd be getting our answer in hours. Okay, the time in hours. So I'm going to multiply it by 60, so that we'll be getting our answer in minutes. So this is 10, this is 9, and this is 140 by 9, which is nothing but 1555 something, right? 15.555. So what is it? I think it is none of the above. None of the above. So that's our answer. Our answer is 15.5. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. A man covered certain distance on scooter. Had he covered 3 km per hour faster, he would have taken 40 minutes less. If he had moved 2 km per hour slower, he would have taken 40 minutes more. Okay, the distance in kilometers is. Again, let's go with our formula. First thing is to write down our formula: speed into time equal to distance, or universal formula. Now what happens? Had he covered 3 km per hour faster, so if the speed had been s plus 3, okay, you would have taken 40 minutes less. Okay, let's convert 40 minutes into hours. 40 by 60, okay, that is 2 by 3. So the time taken would have been 40 minutes less. So the time taken would have actually been 40 minutes less. Okay, so that would have been distance d. Okay, so what is distance d? Distance d is also nothing but speed into time, right? This is speed into time. So this one is our first equation, and our second equation is, if we had moved 2 km per hour slower, if the speed had been 2 km per hour slower, the time taken would have increased by 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Okay, that would have given our distance t, which is nothing but speed into time. Okay, if I multiply these two things here, what do I get? This is s into t minus 2 by 3s, 2 by 3s plus 3t minus 2, right? Minus 2. Okay, which is equal to distance d, which is equal to speed into time. Okay, this speed into time and this speed into time gets cancelled. So we are left with our first equation, and let's go to our second equation. This is s into t and s 2 by 3s plus 2 by 3s minus 2t minus 4 by 3, which is again equal to speed into time. Okay, so this and this gets cancelled. So we have two equations, and if I add these two equations, these two terms get cancelled, and I'm left with t is equal to, that is 2 plus 4 by 3. Okay, so this is nothing but 6 by 3. So this is 10 by 3. So this is our time. This is the time taken. Time taken is 10 by 3. So what's going to be the speed? I'm going to substitute it in this particular equation. What's our equation here? Minus 2 by 3s plus 3t minus 2. Okay, and t is 10 by 3. If I substitute here 10 by 3, what do I get here? So what I get is 10 by 3 minus 2, 10 by 3 minus 6 by 3. Okay, this 2 I'm writing it as 6 by 3. I'm just multiplying both numerator and denominator by 3. Okay, so this is nothing but 4 by 3. Okay, minus 2 by 3s. Sorry, it's all a bit messy. I'll try to make it more clearer from the next question onwards. Okay, so this is, I'll just use this one instead. Okay, so this would be our simplified equation. Minus 4 by 3 equal to 0, plus 4 by 3 equal to 0. So if it goes the other side, it will be minus 4 by 3. So this is 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, I think I have done some mistake somewhere. Did I? Okay, that's the price to pay if we do that this messy. Okay, I'll try to substitute it again. Apologies for that. Okay, let me jot down the equation here. Okay, minus 2 by 3s plus 3t is equal to 2. Okay, I'm substituting time equal to 10 by 3. Okay, 3 into 10 by 3, which is equal to 10, and if that is plus 10 equal to 2, so if this 10 goes the other side, it will be minus 8. Minus 2 by 3s equal to minus 8, and this is nothing but speed is nothing but 4 by 3. So speed is nothing but 4 into 3, which is equal to 12 km per hour. Okay, this is our speed. Our speed is 12 km per hour, and our time taken is 10 by 3, and they have asked the distance in kilometer. So distance is nothing but speed into time. Our speed is 12 km per hour and our time taken is 10 by 3, so the distance would be 40 km. Okay, so apologies for being very messy in this particular question. I'll try to be more clear in my calculations from the next question onwards. So let's so this is our answer, 40 km, not this one. Okay, once again the answer given here is wrong, so 40 kilometers is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on to question number 11. Okay, a man decides to travel 80 km in 8 hours, partly by foot and partly by bicycle. If his speed on foot is 8 km per hour and on bicycle is 16 km per hour, find the distance covered on foot. Okay, so what happens here? Decides to travel 80 km per hour in 8 hours, partly by foot, okay, and partly on bicycle. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this question is that I'm going to use allegations. Okay, I'm going to use allegations here. So the average time happens to be 8 hours. Okay, this is 8 hours average time. Okay, and the time taken by him to travel on foot is what? The total distance is 80 km. The distance is equal to what? Speed into time, and by foot is traveling 8 km per hour. So instead of s, this is 8 km per hour. So the time that you would take to travel by foot is 10 hours. Okay, this is 10 hours. This is by foot. This is by foot and this is by cycle. So similarly 80 km in 16 hours. 16, okay, with the speed of 16 km per hour. So the time taken would be what? 5 hours. So by bicycle it would be 5 hours. Okay, it would take him 5 hours. So this would be 3 and this would be 2. So This is our allegation table. Okay, this is 10 minus 8 is 2 and 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, the total distance is 80 kilometer. Okay, this is by foot. By foot he travels 3 parts, and by bicycle he is able to travel 2 parts. So find the distance covered on foot. This is nothing but 3 parts out of 5 parts. Okay, 5 is nothing but 3 plus 2. Okay, so this is going to be the distance covered on foot. So our answer is 48 kilometers. Okay, so this is the answer for this particular question. In an 800 meter race, A meets B by 40 meter and B beats C by 20 meter. By how much distance does A beat C? Okay, this is a question on races. Okay, races. As you can well see that we are trying to cover different types of questions. Okay, it's not monotonous, it's just trying to cover the same type of questions. So it's a 800 meter race. A beats B by 40 meter. So what does that mean? A beats B by 40 meter. What that actually means is that if this distance is 800 meter, if A is able to reach, and both start at the same time, this is A, this guy is B. Okay, since A beats B, A is able to cover this distance 800 meter in t seconds or minutes or whatever it is. Okay, in t time. Okay, and in that t time B is only able to come somewhere here. Okay, that is 760 meter, because A beats B by 40 meter, which is 800 minus 40, which is equal to 760 meter. So that's the meaning of A beats B by 40 meter. So when A is able to travel 800 meters, B is only able to travel 760 meters. Okay, so what's our ratio between A and B? So A is traveling 800 meter, is able to travel 800 meter, and B is able to travel only 760 meter. And B beats C by 20 meter in a 800 meter race. So in second case scenario, what they are given is that now B is able to travel 800 meter and C is only able to travel 800 minus 20 meter, which is 780 meter. Okay, by how much distance does A beat C? So by how much distance does A beat C? So in order to do that calculation, what we need to find out is that we should find out when A is able to travel 800, B is able to travel only 760. Okay, so when B is able to travel 760 meter, how much does C travel? That is what we need to find out. So if 800 meter, C travels 780 meters. So if B travels 760 meter, how many meters does C travel? Okay, this is what this 0 and this 0 goes, and 420s are 80, and this is what 419 190, right? And this 0 and this 0 goes 2, and this 2 and this 39. Okay, so we are left with x equal to 39 into 19. So what is that? Okay, so that is 741 meter. So that would be the distance that when B travels 760 meter, C is there at 741 meter. Okay, so by how much distance does A beat C? So A is at 800 meter and B is only at 741 meter. So A is able to beat C by 800 minus 741 meter, which is equal to 59 meters. So that's our answer. let's see question number 13. Okay, so two boys, Anil and Sunil, start riding bicycles from a point on a circular track of length 360 meters in the same direction at the speeds of 18 km per hour and 24 km per hour. After how much time will the two meet at the starting point for the first time? So we have a circular track. Okay, this looks somewhat like a circle. Okay, let's just assume that this is a circular track, and both of them start at the same point. Okay, this is the starting point, and both of them travel in the same direction. So both of them travel in the clockwise direction. Okay, so this guy Anil travels at 18 km per hour, and this guy Sunil travels at 24 km per hour. 18 and 24 km per hour, and this distance of the circular track is what? Is 360 meter. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to find out is that how much time does Anil take and how much time does Sunil take. Okay, speed into time equal to distance, and the distance here is 360 meter, and the speed of Anil. First we are going to find the time taken by Anil. This is TA, time taken by Anil. Okay, so time taken by Anil is nothing but 360 meter by his speed, which is 18 km per hour. So since this is in kilometer per hour, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to convert it into meter per second. So I'm going to multiply this one by 5 by 18. Okay, once I multiply this becomes meter per second. This is 72 seconds. So Anil is going to take 72 seconds to complete one full circle. Okay, goes here and he comes here. Okay, and he reaches there at 72 seconds. Okay, that is the time taken by Anil. The time taken by Sunil, okay, is what? Distance 360 meter by his speed 24 into 5 by 18. This is 20, 18, 36, 54 seconds. So this is the time taken by Sunil, which is nothing but 54 seconds. Okay, so time taken by Sunil, I'm just going to put the same track. Okay, same track here. Okay, so the time taken by Sunil to reach the starting point is 54 seconds. Is 54 seconds. Okay, okay, so in 54 seconds he would be able to cover one round and come back to his starting point. Okay, so in 108 seconds he would be making his second round. He'll be able to complete his second round, and 162 seconds he'd be able to cover his third round, right? And 216 seconds he'd be able to cover his fourth round, and he'd be right at the starting point. Let's say the starting point is A. So at 54th second you'd be there, at 108th second you'd be there, 162nd second you'd be there, and 216th second you'd be right there at the starting point A. How about Anil? What will he be doing? 72 seconds it takes for him to reach the starting point A, and 144 seconds. At the 144th second it would be there at A, and then plus 72 is what? 216 seconds. Okay, at 216th second again you'd be here. So what's this thing like? 72, 144, 216, and so on. Okay, you'd be there at starting point A, and you'd be there, this guy would be there in these times. So after how much time will the two meet at the starting point for the first time? Okay, so these two should be there right here. Okay, should be right here at the starting point. So at what time would they be able to meet. So as you can see from the series, he is going to be here at 216th second, and this guy is going to be here at 216th second as well. Okay, so at the 216th second, both of them are going to be at point A. Okay, so both of them would be able to meet at the same point at 216th second. So if we have a closer look at the timings, what is this? This is all multiples of 54, right? This is 54. This is 54 into 2. This is 54 into 3, and this is 54 into 4. So these are all multiples of 54. And how about this? These are all multiples of 72, right? These are all multiples of 72. And the first time they both would be there at A would be the common multiple. Okay, the least common multiple. Okay, they are basically asking for the LCM of the times. They are just asking for the LCM of the times of Anil and Sunil. They are asking for the LCM of the times, so that is nothing but 216 seconds, which is the LCM of 54 and 72. So this is our answer. So let's go to question number 14. Okay, the average speed of a car is 1 2/5 times the speed of a bike. So what is 1 2/5? This is 5 plus 2, 7/5. So they have given the ratio of speed of car and bike. So this is a car, this is a bike, and this is speed ratio. Okay, a car goes at speed 7 and the bike goes at speed 5. Okay, this is 7/5, right? So this is 7/5 and this is 1. This 5 goes here, so that becomes 7:5. Okay, this is the speed of car and bike. A bus can cover 390 km in 6 hours. So what does that mean? That is the speed of a bus, which is 390 by 6. Okay, 65 km per hour is the speed of the bus. Bus speed equal to 65 km per hour. If the ratios of speeds of bike and bus is, so bike and bus is 17:13. So bike travels at 17x speed and bus is able to travel at 13x speed. Okay, I'll just remove x. But we already know that the bus's speed is 65 km per hour. So what we can do here is that we can make a common ratio among between car, bike and bus. Okay, so what should we do? We should multiply this guy by 17 and this guy by 5. Okay, that makes it 85. This guy becomes 65. So 17 5s are what? 50 30 85, right? So here again we need to multiply it by 17. So that is 70 plus 49. This is 119. So this is a common ratio between, this is 119 is to 85 is to 65. Okay, this is car, this is bike and this is bus, and they have given that this 65 is nothing but 65 km per hour. Now they are asking for find the distance that can be covered by the car. Okay, so what's the speed of the car? Since 65 represents 65. Our multiplicative factor is just 1. Okay, so that means the speed of the car is 119. Speed of the car is nothing but 119 kilometer per hour. Now they are asking for the distance that can be covered by the car in 4 hours. So the distance is what they are asking. We know the speed, okay, which when multiplied by time 4 hours gives us what distance. So this is our answer. Once you multiply this, you will be getting our answer. So this would be nothing but 476 kilometer. 119 into 4. So this is our answer. So let's go to question number 15. A train of length 480 meter traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour crossed 25 poles with the distance between two consecutive poles the same in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. So what is the distance between two consecutive poles? Okay, so here is a train and the length of the train is 480 meter, and it travels at 90 km per hour and it crosses 25 poles with the distance between two consecutive poles the same. Okay, so let me simplify what has been given here. Okay, let me give you a different scenario. Say there are 3 poles and the distance between each pole is 50 meter. So the distance between pole 1, pole 2, pole 3, and the distance between pole 2 and pole 3 is the same. So what's the distance between pole 1 and pole 3? It's 100 meters, right? So if there are 25 poles, okay, there are 25 poles. This is pole number 1 and this is pole number 25. Okay, what's the with the distance between each of the poles, okay, between two consecutive poles being x, what's the distance between pole number 1 and pole number 25? It's going to be 24 into x, right? See, distance between pole 1 and pole 3 is what? 2 into 50. Okay, so the distance between pole 1 and pole 25 would be 24 into x. Remember, it is not 25 into x, it is 24 into x. Okay, so this is 24 into x. Plus, if a train plus, see, for example, if this is pole 1 and say there is a train with length 480 meter, okay, if it crosses this pole, what does that mean? It crosses its own length. This is the starting point, and what is the ending point? This is again the pole and this is the ending point. Okay, so it has covered 480 meter, right? If it crosses a pole, it has crossed its own length, which is 480 meter. So if a train is right here and if it crosses the 25th pole, then how much distance does it cover? It covers the distance between the poles plus length of the train, right? So this is our distance. Distance traveled by the train is 24x plus its own distance, its own length, which is 480 meter. So they are asking as what this x is, what's the distance between two consecutive poles. That's what they are asking. They are also given us that time, 3 minutes 12 seconds. They have given that. So let's just do that. Distance here is 24x plus length, which is equal to 480 meter, right? Okay, this is our distance. and speed into time. What is speed into time? Our speed is 90 km per hour. Our speed is 90 km per hour into time. Time is what? 3 minutes 12 seconds. I'm going to convert it into seconds. This is 180 seconds plus 12 seconds. This is 192 seconds. So this is 192 seconds. Okay, since our unit of speed is in kilometer per hour, I'm going to convert this into meter per seconds as well. So that would be 25 meter per, so that would get simplified to this. This is 25 plus 192. Okay, sorry, this is multiplication. So this is 25 into 192 equal to 24x plus 480. So what do we get here if we multiply 25 into 192? This would be nothing but by 4. This would be 4,800. Okay, this would be 4,800. I'm going to make my calculations right here. I'm going to delete these things. So 4,800 equal to 24x plus 480. Okay, we can simplify this. We can divide each of the terms by 24. So this is 200, this is x, and this is 20. Okay, so x is nothing but 200 minus 20, so x is 180 meter. So this is our answer. Okay, I'm going to end this by covering question number 17. Okay, I'll try to make another video covering a few more questions so that we would meet out a comprehensive coverage of time, speed and distance. But with question number 17, let's end this particular session, as this is already very lengthy. Okay, so we have two cars together. So we have two cars starting together in the same direction from the same place. The first goes with a uniform speed of 10 km per hour. So both of them start at the same point and they travel towards the same direction. So this is car A. Okay, this guy travels at 10 km per hour, and there is car B. He travels at 8 km per hour. Okay, so this guy car B, it travels at 8 km per hour in the first hour, and he increases his speed by half a kilometer each succeeding hour. So what does that mean? In the first hour it travels 8 km, in the second hour it travels 8.5 km, in the third hour it travels 9 km, and his speed goes on like that. But this guy goes at a constant speed. First hour 10 km, second hour 10 km, third hour 10 km. So for n hours, okay, for n hours you would have traveled 10 into that is his speed, right? 10 km per hour into n. So you would have covered this much distance. And this guy is, okay, let me put it here, 10 into n. So this guy would have covered, A would have covered this much distance, and B has to catch up. And what does B do? B travels at 8, then 8.5, then 9, and so on. Okay, first hour it travels, this is the first hour, this is the second hour, this is the third hour. So nth hour, after nth hour you would have traveled this distance, which is 10 into n. So if you look at this, this is again nothing but an arithmetic progression. Okay, and the summation of this arithmetic progression would yield us this value 10 into n. Okay, the summation of arithmetic progression. Okay, I'm not going to see what the formula is like I did the last time, and I'm going to write the correct formula here. The formula for AP summation is nothing but n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, where our first term a is 8 and the difference between these two is what, 0.5, right? So the difference between these two is 0.5, which is nothing but 1 by 2. And what is asked here is that they are asking us to find n. What is n? How many hours does it take? How many terms? Which is nothing but how many hours. Okay, so that is what they are asking us. So I'm going to, so see, as you can see, this is our equation. Okay, and we can cancel n on both sides. Okay, so this 2 will go this side around, so that would be 2a plus n minus 1 into d, which is equal to 20. Okay, so a is 8, 2 into a is 8, so this guy is 8 and d is 1 by 2. So a is 8 and this is 1 by 2. I'm going to further multiply it by 2, which is going to give me 2 into 16 plus n minus 1, which is equal to 40. Okay, so this is 32, the n minus 1 is equal to 8 and n equal to 9. So it is going to take him 9 hours. Okay, if you want to, you can verify this manually. Okay, how do you verify this manually? How do you verify this manually? I have got my answer through this formula, which gives me my answer as 9 hours. So what will happen here? For 9, first hour you would have traveled 8 kilometers, second hour 8.5, third hour 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you just add all these terms here, plus plus plus. Okay, that will give you 10 into 9, which is equal to, this n is 9, right? 10 into 9, 90 kilometers. Okay, you just check this, and you will be getting the same 90 kilometers, which proves that it would take 9 hours for car B to, overtake car A. So our answer is 9 hours. So with this particular question, I'm going to end this particular session. As always, I like to hear your feedback, comments, negative, positive, whatever it may be. Okay, you can contact me through my Facebook. Okay, you can contact me on my Facebook, which is, just input this URL /j.senthil, and my profile would be there you can leave me any messages or something. Okay, so with that, I'll be ending this session. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day there.